Well, hey, you might notice there is a little change in scenery here. That's because we are currently on the road and I am in a little cabin somewhere in the wilderness of New Mexico. Where in the New Mexican wilderness? You don't need to know that. Anyway, we are doing a mobile toy review, which is fun. Maybe it'll be fun. I don't know. I think it's probably just going to be stressful more than anything. But I brought with me TBLeague's new Anubis 1/12 scale figure. So we're going to be opening that up and taking a look at it. Exciting. Opening up Anubis in the desert. What could be better? This packaging looks really small. It's 1/12 scale. I think that's a little bit smaller than what we're used to dealing with. Never gotten anything from TBLeague before. So I guess their thing is that their action figures have silicone bodies with metal skeletons, so it feels like real skin. Very minimalistic packaging. It's a little bit hard to see, but we have this Anubis Guardian of the Underworld graphic right here in this smoky kind of plastic box. Yeah, it's hard to see, but there's some graphics on there. Promotional shot of the toy. And then on the front, you just get a cutout of the body. You can kind of see the body through there. The head is not attached. And so the head and all the other accessories will be in there around the body. Saving space on packaging, I assume. Let's get into this. I washed my hands, so hopefully I won't get the body all oily and gross. So here's what you are greeted with when you first open up the package. Take out these little foamies. Where's your head, Anubis? Oh no. This table has slats in it, so I'm gonna try really hard not to drop anything in between the cracks. So let's open it this way so we don't accidentally drop something, because if we drop something and lose it, it's here forever. Because I don't live here. No chance of finding it again. Some delicious aromatic beads. That is very interesting to me. I've never seen aromatic beads included in a toy. I guess just because the smell of the toy would be too stinky and chemically otherwise. There are quite a bit of foam things to pull out. Now we're going on this journey together because I've never gotten a TBLeague toy, so I don't really know what to expect. There's a lot of little pieces and bits packed in foam and all sorts of stuff. I don't really know what's going on. But to be fair, I never really know what's going on. I'm gonna gently push out his body. Oh, it's already kind of linty. Man, that is weird. He comes with these two heads. We've got a placid, regal head and an angry, snarling head. Sculpt is beautiful on both. The angry head, you can see tiny, tiny little teeth, tiny little gums. Beautiful paintwork. There's a little bit of gold around the eyes. And there's some real chain detail here too. That is really neat. But this is interesting. The calm face has 3 earrings per ear, and the angry face only has 2. Is he angry because he lost his other earrings? He's got this sweet collar, and now we very gently put on the head. We very gently put on the head. He strikes a very imposing figure. So there are a lot of accessories, but before we get into those, I'm just going to look at the sculpt really quick. Body is nice. It's super buff. It's got some slight veins under the skin. The back especially, you can see a lot of that muscle definition. Super thick thighs. Look at his little toes. He's only got 4 toes. That's interesting. I guess he is a jackal man. So that makes sense. But for me, the really cool thing is the sculpting of the outfit and the accessories that goes over the soft goods. There's this really intricate headdress with a pattern that goes onto the back, a tiny little riveted belt, these really nice copper sandals with detail that goes in between the toesies, all that accentuated by beautiful metallic paint. And then of course we have some bits of soft goods underneath all that. He's got these 2 tiny armbands. I'm gonna see if I can put these on. Can they go over the... Alright, they can go over the wrist just fine. But they're supposed to go over this little fabric band. It's a little bit of an exercise in patience getting it on. Alright, there's that one. It's a little low, but that's okay. We're not striving for perfection here. We gave up on that a long time ago. This one's a little higher up on the arm, so it's not wanting to, go. I'm going to be honest, I'm pretty nervous about messing around with posing this thing, but I guess it can't be any harder to break than plastic action figures, right? Watch me prove myself wrong. And actually, surprise! Here's an instruction manual that was at the back of the box that I forgot about until just now. This will help. My favorite part of the instruction manual is this part right here. We'd like to clarify that the body is not designed as a sex toy. Okay, so this is cool. They pretty much spell it out to you what the figure can and cannot do. So that way you don't just go at it willy-nilly and break stuff. Very useful for someone like me. The head can do conical rotation, turn left, right, up, or down. This headdress does get in the way a little bit, but it's not Anubis without a headdress. Shoulders. The arms can be made open sideways. When doing that, first use one hand to keep the upper part of the body in place, please. I'm reading right from the instruction manual, and the grammar is not great. Arms can extend forward or backward. Note that the forward or backward rotation cannot exceed 180 degrees, and when restore the position, return by the original track, please. I've got the backward extension, but not too much forward extension. I might be doing something wrong. That is always a possibility. Oh, there we go. There we go. You have to kind of wiggle it around a little bit. Get your fingers down in that meat. I'm sorry. Gross. It's got drop up and down for the shoulder. It says you can make the shoulders broader. I don't know about that. I don't even want to attempt to mess with that, honestly. The lower arms can do inward bending. Why, yes. Yes, they can. Standard hand movement. We've all seen this. We know what that's all about. One hand keeps the upper part of the body in place, and the other can make the doll do side bending. Yep, that's true. It can also bend forward or backward, twist to the left or right. Nice, nice. Yep, Left twist, right twist. To be honest, the silicone body oogs me out a little bit, but it does give an incredibly realistic feel to the figure, so that's pretty neat. All right, legs. Move down to legs. You can push or pull the legs to slightly adjust the height of the doll or solve imbalance between the two legs. It can also do the lateral splits or sit cross-legged. Can you do a lateral split, Anubis? Oh, wow. Oh, and there's Anubis's crotch. It doesn't seem like he's got anything going on here, but he is a god, and therefore maybe asexual or sexless. The thighs can be lifted high up and do the vertical split as well. Once again, also true. Can it do a back bend? Yep, a little bit, but the manual says that you do not want to push it too far, so I'm not gonna. Joints move really nicely. Everything is very smooth. Can definitely feel that metal skeleton in there. It does say to not keep the doll in any dynamic posture for a long time. Change new postures every 2 days, please. Well, that's not going to happen because I forget things really easily. Any action that is beyond average human's bodily capacity should not be done to doll. It might very likely result in damage to doll's armature. Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind. Now that that's taken care of, let's get into accessories. We've got 2 extra alternate pairs of hands. I think this is the grippy hand, but they're positioned in a kind of way where it looks like he's picking up something that's gross. Either way, really cool detail on those, really long, creepy claws. And then here's some grabbing or attack hands. Meow. Or woof. I don't know, what sound does a jackal make? There are also these wicked-looking gauntlets you can put on the arms. We'll do that in a second. We've got a little ankh with chain and this cool staff. And I think this is an alternate head to the staff. So let's see if... So, do you come out? Or I don't know what's going on. Oh, I'm an idiot. This is the bottom of the staff and this is the top. My brain power goes to other things. Important things. Like memorizing every episode of Invader Zim or random sea monster knowledge. That's what I'm here for. Switching out the hands should be easy enough. Whoa, look at that tiny little joint. But it's metal, so you don't have to worry as much about breaking it. Takes a little bit of work to get his other fingers around this rod, but there we go. Oh no, Anubis, come on, man. There are a lot of bits and pieces that will fall down and move out of place. But man, the finished product looks so good. You know, I actually wasn't really excited about this figure. I mean, the pictures were good, they looked cool, but something about seeing it in person, it just looks so much more awesome. I don't care about the feel of the body or whatever. I don't need my action figures to feel like a real person, but man, the realism and that really nice, smooth joint system within it. It's really a lot of fun. I'm going to put on these gauntlets now. I actually don't really care for the gauntlets too much, but let's just put them on to see how it looks. Very spiky. Yeah, I really adore this, actually. Looks so cool. I was thinking when I got the package that it was too small, but the 1/12 scale is still packed with a lot of detail, plenty of articulation. I really couldn't imagine why I would rather get the 1/6 scale, because this is more than enough. Small, unobtrusive. The small parts might be a little worrisome because you could lose them easily, but other than that, it's really nice. He also comes with this base and stand for if you want to do any crazier poses or are worried about him getting knocked over or whatever. What's nice about this is it's on a spring, so you can bend it whatever way. You've got this little unobtrusive wire grabby claw hand you could wrap around his waist or whatever. He stands up well enough on his own, so you won't need this unless he's doing something crazy. But it's kind of a cool stand. Really minimalist. I like it. So here he is compared to Lone Coconut's Plunderling Fawn and the Figma Table Museum Moai. So yeah, he fits in nicely with smaller figures. He's definitely in a different class than these two, though. I don't mean that like quality-wise, I just mean that personality-wise, I guess. Yeah, between these three, you could definitely tell which one doesn't want to be here. So that is TBLeague's 1/12 scale Anubis figure, and it is really awesome. I forget what other ones are coming out with, or if they've already come out with other ones, but if and when they do come out with other Egyptian gods, I would love to get them. I'd love to see a Ra or a Bastet or the cow goddess of love. I hope you guys enjoyed this on the road traveling remote review, and once I get back home, it'll be back to regularly scheduled programming. So until then, I'll see you guys next time.